What's going on, guys and girls? We're here playing some more Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to complete all the mission tasks for mission 18, which is called Blood Runs Deep. So in this mission there are 8 mission tasks to complete. You don't have to complete them all in the same playthrough like I'm about to in this video. So there are timestamps in the description. I'm just doing it like this because it makes the video better and because I'm a crazy person. So the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to extract the very first armored vehicle. So you have to extract 3 armored vehicles in this mission task. The first one is just going to be traveling along here. I don't know where it goes from after this point. This is just when I extract it, because I extract it as soon as we land in the zone, because it's just right there and easy for us to do that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be hopping in our Jeep. I'm using a Jeep and D-Dog. The reason for that is the D-Dog is so good at showing you where enemies are, and the Jeep just needs to help us get from A to B really quickly. So the 3 armored vehicles in this mission, they are all tanks, so you just got to make sure that you don't get spotted by them, because they will blow you all to smithereens. So what we're doing is we're just going to put our Jeep in front of the road right here, make sure it's in the middle of the road so that it's actually going to block the armored vehicle, the tank. And what we're going to do is we're just going to run to the side, make sure you're lying down so it doesn't see you, and once it gets right beside you, you can actually just walk up right beside it and not worry about it spotting you once it's about here, and you can then just extract it. I am using the wormhole Fulton device, but you guys don't need that one. All you need is the Fulton device that allows you to get armored vehicles, and I think it's the same as the one you get containers, so that would be the level 3 Fulton device. So that is the location of where we just extracted that tank, and now we're going to head to that area. That is going to be where we're going to spot the second tank that we need to extract, and also it is going to be the area where we eliminate the rebel soldier, the former rebel soldier, and we're going to extract him, and that will give us the 2 mission tasks there. So as you're just heading along here, just make sure to turn off your headlights. You shouldn't be spotted along this route, but when you get closer to the area, you just want to make sure that no one's going to notice there are a pair of headlights showing up and they're going to spot you. So that's why I turn them off, so it just makes it easier. If you don't know how to do that, I think it's just right on the D-pad, and that should turn them off easily peasily. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to head through this area. I am doing this at night. The reason I'm doing this at night is it makes it a lot easier to get past all these guards to find this guy. He is usually in the back area if it is night. In the day, when I did this, he was on the road side, and he usually walks to the back area. So right here we're going to be able to spot the second armored vehicle, which is also a tank, and we are going to extract that later on. First of all, we're just going to try and get the formal rebel soldier. So you also want to make sure that you don't get any combat alerts during this mission. The reason for that is because you don't want the snipers, the 5 snipers that you have to extract, to move from their positions. When I got a combat alert at trying to do this, I ended up trying to find the snipers in the location where they should be, and they were all gone. So unfortunately you want to make sure that you don't do that. So if you want to get that really easily, I would recommend going and do the snipers first, and then just complete the mission so that you can then come back and do some of the other mission tasks. Now this guy you should be able to sneak up on. He is just on guard duty. He wasn't using the lights, so I was able to sneak up on him very easily. And there are also some guys across the road on the right hand side of me right now, so you just want to make sure you go on this side of the little building, otherwise they might spot you. I am also just going to sneak along here. The reason for that is just trying to make sure that I don't get spotted. And up here there is a guy that is going to turn around and spot me. Usually he doesn't. Usually he has a conversation with someone else. So it shows that not everything in the mission is fully scripted at the same time. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to tranquilize him and move on. And I am just going to tranquilize them. I'm not going to kill them, because by the time they wake up, we're going to be well away from the area, and they're not going to notice that it was me that was in here putting them to sleep, and no one should really walk past that guy. And so you shouldn't be spotted, and you shouldn't get any like combat alerts and them going, something's weird over here, we need to check it out. And so just up here we should find the former rebel soldier. He is just behind here by the time I got here. He may move around while you are trying to look for him, because he is a mobile target, so he does move around a little bit. So you just want to make sure that you try and find out where he's going to be when you're going to get to this location. So we're also going to extract him. Now we want to make sure that we are far enough away from all of these guys so that they do not notice he is being extracted. So this guy right here is luckily just going to start walking away, and it seems like 30 meters is a good distance, a good safe distance if they are not looking directly at this direction. But if they are looking directly at this direction, you want at least like a 40 to 50 meter distance, and you should be able to extract them safely without anyone knowing. So now we're just going to head back towards our Jeep. So we're just going to go back the same way and sneak along the same areas the same way that we did on the way here. And so we should be able to get there without being spotted. Once we have got back to our Jeep, we're going to start heading towards the next mission area. So we're going to get the next tank. So the next tank is just going to be along the road that we're going to be traveling along. And I'm going to show you on the map exactly where I'm going to intercept it and where the tank usually travels along. If you've spotted it beforehand, like I did before, and you've got a lock on it, then you can just use your iDroid and look at the map, and you will you'll be able to see it go along its track, and you'll be able to follow exactly where it is and know exactly where it's going to be, so you can then take it out later on. So as you can see, we've just been able to sneak all the way out of here without being spotted. The guys in the watchtowers with the searchlights, as long as the searchlight is not directly on you, they usually won't see you at all. So you just want to make sure to keep aware where they are pointing their searchlight. Now we're far enough away, so we should be able to just run around here. Now you do have to watch out for a few directional mines around here, so some claymores. They are sometimes around this area, and you just want to make sure you don't drive over them. Otherwise that could be really, really bad. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to turn around, try to do a bit more better driving than I do right here. I was just like, I'll just turn around here. Maybe I should have reversed a bit further. But I eventually get out of the way. The helicopter is also going to be traveling around, so that is the attack helicopter. You want to really make sure you don't get spotted by that for quite a while. He will eventually see me, and I will just take him out. So that is why I have a rocket launcher. But if you have already taken out the gunship, and you don't have to do it this time, I would highly recommend, instead of bringing a rocket launcher, bring a tranquilizer sniper rifle, and that will definitely help out with the snipers that you have to extract. So here we go, we are now on this road up here. I will show you on the map once I have extracted this tank exactly where I am. And what we're going to do is once again we're leaving our Jeep in front of the road, right in the middle of the road, so this tank should eventually stop. If it doesn't end up stopping, what you can do is just use your normal gun and fire one bullet at it, and then run up beside it, and it will kind of like go, someone shot at me, but they don't know where you are, and then you can just extract it. And as you can see, it's so easy, simple and easy to extract when you just use your Jeep, or dehorse if you're using dehorse at this point. So this is the route it usually takes, and you should be able to find it somewhere along that road. It may go a little bit further than what I just showed you, but it usually just stays on that sort of area. So the next one we're going to do is going to extract the next tank. We're just going to head down this road until we reach the next area. Try not to hit any of the power lines. You can electrocute yourself doing that, and that may alert someone if anyone is anywhere near you. So the next tank should be just up here. It does they all just do a patrol up and down the roads. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to make sure we don't get spotted by the little outpost that's in front of us right there. So we're just going to go around here, and you should easily be able to get around without being spotted, especially if you have your lights turned off. So the other tank is going to be patrolling up and down the road we are on right now. Later on I'll show you exactly which road that is, and we are just going to drive along it until we find him. So he will just be traveling up and down here at any point. That's why I'm trying to go really slow. I don't want to be spotted by him, and I also want to make sure that I can extract him, and so that he doesn't go into combat alert and then just like also destroy my Jeep, because I want my Jeep to help me out to get from A to B really quickly. And we're just heading along the road. Just keep heading along the road until you find him. He usually is somewhere along here. For me, he's actually going to be just past the next outpost, and I'm going to have to spot him. That is where the snipers, so there's 3 of the snipers' locations, so we will go and do that, I decided, like, I was thinking, where is this tanks? Oh, it must be somewhere else. So I was like, oh, I'll just go to the snipers there next and then come back and do the tank. But then I do end up spotting the tank just past here. Once I go past this little outpost, you'll find the tank doing a U-turn, and it does take him like a few, like 3 or 4 point turn to actually turn around. So you should be able, you can actually extract him over there, but I didn't notice him until too late. So there we go, he's just doing his like 3 or 4 point turn. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to turn myself around. I was like, should I try and get him now? But it was like, nope, too late. So what I'm going to do is I'm just turning around and making sure I'm on the other side of the outpost. Going to do the same thing I did with the other 3 tanks, and just put my Jeep on the road, in the middle of the road, so that he will stop in front of it, and then just you should be able to extract him. Just make sure your Jeep is right in the center. If you're not in the exact center of the road, or taking up enough of the road, what they'll do is they'll just drive around you. So as long as you're taking up enough of the road, they should just stop and then reverse a little bit and stop again, and then you should be able to extract them really easily. So here he comes. He's just traveling along this little road here. So he does a U-point just up there, and he just travels all the way along that road, usually about to the next outpost, which is the one we tried to avoid. And he almost hits my Jeep. I was like, oh my goodness, don't hit my Jeep, please. And he doesn't, so we just extract him right there and then. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to head over to the snipers that I marked before, and we are just going to go around the outpost so we don't alert anyone. Because if you alert anyone, like I said before, that may cause the snipers to move position, and you won't be able to find them in the location where I am going to find them. So just around this outpost, just make sure you don't get spotted, just like I was saying before, and we're just going to head towards this location over here. Now once you get close enough, I'm going to just jump out of my Jeep, and you want to be very careful because these guys are snipers, so they are going to be very far away. They can spot you from a long way away. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to leave my Jeep right here. Also, if you've got your, make sure you have your night vision with you, because that makes it a lot easier to find and see these guys. So as you can see, I'm just putting on my night vision, and obviously I can see one right there very easily, especially if you got your night vision all the way upgraded. I think I'm 1 off the max upgrade at this point when I was playing, and so what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be sneaking around. So this is where having a tranquilized sniper rifle would be very useful. You can just get rid of these guys from a long distance away. As soon as you get rid of one, the others don't really notice them. So there's the next one that we're going to be getting, and there is one more in this area, and then their other 2 are in another location. So there we go, we've now spotted all 3, so I'm just going to show you on the iDroid exactly where their locations are. So that is the 3 locations, and they are all kind of facing certain ways, so you have to be very careful not to walk in front of one and get spotted. So if you do get spotted completely, so that first of all they will just, like, if you get a look, they will be like, oh, I think I see something, and they'll just look at you for a little bit, and then they'll stop looking away if you lie down and just wait it out. But if you are close enough, then it will go into a combat alert, and then these guys will move around a little bit. So what we're going to be doing is we're just sneaking up to them, because I don't have a tranquilized sniper rifle. I've only got my normal tranquilizer and my normal gun. The reason I've got the rocket launcher is because I'm going to be taking out the gunship a little bit later on. So I just needed something to be able to do that. So there we go, we've got this guy here, and we're just going to sneak up to him and make sure we don't get spotted by this guy that's facing us. They seem to be kind of like facing directions that make it a lot harder to sneak up on them, but if you just follow the way that I did it, you can easily get to this guy without being spotted. And this guy is going to notice that we just extracted someone, because he was looking at that direction when we did it, but he is not going to be fully alert. He's just going to be like, what was that? I think I saw something, and then he's just going to go back to patrolling. Now this little bit here, there's a nice little divot in here that you can actually just crawl down and be able to get through it very easily without him spotting you. And there is also the other guy just over there. So we're going to take out the guy just at the back first, and then we're going to take out the other guy that's to the right of me at the moment. So a quick tip with the sniper guys, that what you can do is, as long as you pay attention to exactly where they are looking, they can see you from a long distance away, but they have also got a very narrow field of view. So they'll be looking down their scopes, and so as long as you know that they're not looking directly at you, you can actually just get up and run around and they will not spot you at all. But as soon as their scope gets in line with you, that's when they're going to spot you, and you want to be careful about not getting spotted like that. I'll show you a good example of that later on when we extract one of the last two sniper guys that we need to extract. So there's just this last guy now, and he is facing the other way, so we're just going to tranquilize him. Remember, 2 body shots is just as good as a headshot. Trying to get rid of these guys. I'm just going to turn my night vision off now because we've now got these. I do misclick it and end up picking them up. What you want to do is you just want to extract them. And when you extract people, the helicopter doesn't matter where you are extracting them, the helicopter just doesn't seem to notice that's happening. Now I will make a little mistake right here. Just keep heading back towards your Jeep. Don't follow me where I'm about to go. So I am heading towards my Jeep now, but then I am going to have a brainwave and be like, wait a minute, can I get through to the area going back this way? Going back down like the little river area. And I was like, can I get there from here? So I decide to have a check, and unfortunately you can't. There are a few logs blocking your way, and you just can't get past this area to the next area from this area, so you're going to have to go around and into the quarry. So that's what I end up finding out. I was like, can I get through here? Oh no, it's all blocked, dang it. So I have to turn around and go back. So don't do that. You don't have to, because you now know not to do it because you've seen me do it. And we are now just going to head back to the Jeep. I was also checking just to see, is there any way I can get up one of these cliffs and just make my way around those logs, but obviously there isn't. So what we're going to do is we're just going to run back to the Jeep and make our way to the front gates, and we are going to then go and find the child soldiers. So the next mission task that I'm going to complete is extracting the 5 child soldiers, and this is also counts as the eliminating the 5 child soldiers, and then it also counts as we're going to also do it so that no one's going to know that they are gone. And the way we're going to do that is we're just going to kill everyone in the base. So I'm just going to go over that probably again once we get closer to the mission area. So we're just going to head around here so we don't get spotted by any of these guys at the guard post, and just keep moving along. Now another thing I do have equipped is the light, what's it called? The stun hand, and I have got it fully maxed out, so I will be showing you exactly what that does later on. I'm not going to spoil it if you don't know what the fully upgraded stun hand does. So it's the bionic hand, and you have the stun version, which is the electronic version, and if you upgrade it fully, it has quite a cool power that you can use, and it doesn't affect your rank, so you can use this at any point in time, and you can still get S rank and all that sort of stuff, which is pretty cool. So what we're going to be doing is there are a bunch of guards around this area, so what we're going to do is we're just going to eliminate them all. We're going to kill them all. So I'm going to also tranquilize some of them first. The reason I'm doing that is I just don't want some headshots to really be spotted by someone else. So we're just going to make this guy go to sleep, and we are waiting for the light so that the light doesn't actually spot him. It doesn't seem to matter. He is going to notice me because I did hit him in the helmet, and so that's going to notice him. And the helicopter has now spotted me. So what we're going to do is, if you get spotted by the helicopter, my idea was, I don't want to have like a combat alert or anything like that, so I was going to lie down. But eventually I do decide to just be like, oh heck, let's just shoot him out of the sky right here, because as soon as he notices you, he will go into this mode where he'll get really low and real quick, real easy. He'll be in a real easy target for you to shoot out of the sky. If you have the locking missiles, it will be a lot easier, but I don't have the guided missiles yet, so what we're going to do is we're just using the normal rocket launcher, and we are just going to stand up at this point soon, and we are just going to shoot at him. I was like, oh, should I shoot at him, or should I just wait? And I decided, let's do it. So just make sure that, remember that he is a moving target, so you have to really look out for where he is going, and then just shoot a little bit in front of him so that your missile, because your missile takes time to reach him. So because these guys are now asleep, we are going to eliminate them, completely, because we don't want them to eventually find out that the children are missing. So everyone in this quarry or mine, depending on how you want to call it, I think it's called a mine in the game, we are going to just eliminate every single one of the personnel in this area, and that is going to allow us to extract the children without anyone knowing that they are missing. So there is a guy that is eventually going to end up in this watchtower here, so we are just going to sneak up behind him and we're going to kill him. We want to save as much bullets and suppressors as possible so that we can get some of the later guys in the mission without being spotted. We're also going to get rid of some of these guys over here, so this guy is going to be a little bit annoying, and this guy over here, he is a little bit of a patrol guy, so you just have to watch out for which way is he facing and which position is he in at the point in time that you're trying to go through this. So we're going to get rid of this guy right here. I think I end up sniping him with my normal rifle, and we have got the red dot sight on, so it makes it a lot easier. Also, if you lie down, your weapon sway is a lot lower, so you can actually just get rid of him very easily. And we are also going to take out this guy. We want to make sure that he is not going to alert anyone else when we take him out, so we want to make sure he's far enough away so that no one actually hears his face explode, basically. So what we're going to do now is we've got this guy up here and we've got this guy over here. We're going to take them both out. I think I end up tranking one of them because I didn't want any of the other guys to hear it or spot it, so we're just going to trank this guy. So we're going to just get 2 body shots, or 1 body shot, and he should eventually fall asleep. I think he does spot me, so what we're going to do is we're just going to hit him again and he will fall asleep. I'm just trying to be very careful about them not spotting me at all. So there we go, he's going to fall asleep, and we're just going to head up here and get this guy. So we've taken out most of the guys. Now there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 guards left in the area, and plus these 2 that we're just about to kill. So we just killed that guy, and we're going to kill this guy, and then there are 5 more that we have to deal with. So because he's asleep, we're just going to shoot him in the face and move on, so to make sure that he's dead and he's not going to wake up and eventually find out that the children have escaped. So this is when I'm going to show you what the stun arm does when you've fully upgraded it. It is super awesome to use when it's fully upgraded. So what you do is you just charge it, so when you fall down an area, it will stop charging. And what you want to do is you want to charge it all the way up to max. It does take quite a while to reach max, and I'm not going to spoil it until you have actually seen what it does. So we have now reached max capacity, and you can cause lightning strikes to strike anyone within a certain area. I think it's about 40 meters, and lightning will hit everyone within 40 meters. So it doesn't matter if there's only 5 people or if there are 20 people in the like 40 meter radius, you will end up hitting all of them, which is amazing. It was probably not worth doing it just then. I just wanted to show it off because it's so cool when I figure out that you could do that. And we're also just going to take these guys out with a couple of bullets and using the reflex mode. We are now going to head back to these 3 guards, and we are going to take all of them out so that they don't eventually wake up. They're all stunned. They're not just asleep. They're all stunned, so that should hopefully keep them down for quite a while. I don't know actually how long it keeps them down when you use that ability, but we are just going to get rid of them completely so we don't have to worry at all about them. And I think these 3 are the guys that are most likely going to notice that the kids are going to be gone. And we're just going to get that guy, and now we're going to go and find the kids. Now these kids are going to be on a specific route. Once you've freed them from the cage, they are just going to head a specific way, so you have to make sure that you've completed some of the other things before this point. And you might be wondering, what about the last 2 snipers? We are actually going to get them once we've extracted these kids out of the area. We're going to go and then get the snipers guys. I keep trying to call them sniper rifles, but they're snipers. They're people that are snipers. So what we're going to do is we're just heading out this way. There is a couple of gates you have to unlock. Now remember, someone helped me with this, so I'm going to help you guys. If you keep tapping triangle, or if you're on Xbox, keep tapping Y, it will unlock the gate a lot faster. So what you can also do is you can command these kids. You can give them commands to wait or go, but you have to make sure that you don't get too far away, otherwise they will just decide to do their own thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out these guys here. I'm going to use tranks, so I'm just going to get them each in the body, and that will make them eventually fall asleep. And so once we've done that, we're going to just hit one of the guys twice, the last guy twice, and he will just fall asleep a little bit earlier. Obviously, we might not do that. I thought we were going to do that, but if you hit the last guy twice, he will fall asleep quicker than the others, and it just gives you a bit better a timing, and they will not have time to call in support. But if you hit them fast enough, you'll be all fine. So now these kids are actually just going to go on their specific route that they're going to take. So what we're going to do is while they do that, we're just going to make sure that these guys aren't going to bother us. So we're just taking the kid that can't walk, make sure you carry him, and we're just going to put him down over here and then eliminate these 4 guards so that they don't eventually come after us. So there we go, 1 guard down, 2 guards down, wait, we got to hit him, and 3. And then the last guard over here, and make sure not to shoot the kid because he is right here. So you could put him a little bit further away so you don't accidentally shoot him. Then what we're going to do is we are just waiting for the children to do their sequence. They will always do the sequence. There's no way to hurry them up, but you can make them wait if you need them to wait. So we just have to wait for them to do the track that they're going to go. It's kind of annoying. It's like, come on, surely you can just notice that they can go this way, but it's a game, so this is how it's scripted to happen, and so this is how we have to wait for it to happen. There are now another 2 guards up here that we have to look out for, so eventually we will make the kids wait a little bit while we take these guys out, and we're just going to get close enough so that we can trank them and then get rid of them. So what I'm going to use is, because I've got a lot of shots in my trank gun, I'm just going to use that. I've also got the kid still on top of me, and we're just going to do double body shot to him and then double body shot to him. And you just got to be careful because this guy has armor, so it took me a few shots, and we had to get a headshot for him because he was wearing body armor. So now we're just going to eliminate these guys as well because we don't want them to follow us. So we're just going to put this guy down again and just eliminate them. When you sometimes shoot the gun, the kids are going to get scared that because you are shooting a gun, and so they will duck down and wait sometimes, and sometimes they just keep running. So as you can see, this guy is running all the way up here, and we just want to make sure that he doesn't get spotted because there are another 4 enemies up here, I think 3 or 4 enemies, so we're just going to be careful. I think there's actually 6 enemies up here, so you just want to be very careful you don't get spotted. It may be different during the day. I think there's less enemies down this road if you're doing it during the day, but it's just a lot easier at night because everyone's vision is a lot reduced, a lot more reduced. So it makes it easier for you to sneak around, but it also makes it harder for you to see them. But because we've got D-Dog, it's very easy to notice when there are enemies around. So what we're going to do here is we are going to take these guys out. I'm going to tranquilize them, and hopefully I'll get them both as I do. And now we just have to wait for them to fall asleep. So we're just going to pick up this guy. These kids have decided to keep moving a little bit, so we just want to make sure that they don't get close enough for these guys to notice that they have escaped. And now you can make them go because the soldiers are now asleep. There are also another 4 guards just down here. So these are the guards that you want to really look out for because they will, they're just quite annoying because there's 4 of them really close together. And some of them are inside the building and some of them are outside the building. You just have to be very careful not to let these kids get spotted. Otherwise, you will not get that mission task of getting them out without them knowing they have escaped. There is one of these guys is actually really good. I'm not going to worry about it because I just want to get through it without it. If you want to extract these guys, you can. Because some of these guys are in the building, I can't just trank them all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these kids wait, and I am eventually just going to run up there and get rid of them because I can't actually hit them all from where I am. So what I'm going to do is this guy is just falling asleep, and that is not good for me. I do not want any combat alerts or anything like that, or any for him to radio in and saying something's wrong. So what I'm going to eventually just do is just run in with my main gun and take him out. And if you do it fast enough, the kids won't get spotted. They will eventually decide to run, but if you're doing this fast enough, you can get rid of all of these guys before the kids get spotted. So there are 2 more guys here. They may be outside or inside, depending on when you get through here. And what I'm going to do is I can't actually hit this guy from through this window, so what I'm going to do is just run through the door and kick him, and that will actually stun him completely. And we are just going to leave him there because it doesn't actually matter. We are so close to the end that these guys should not wake up at any point. This guy up here that we are also going to leave, he will eventually wake up, so we will take him out a bit later on, just from a distance, and we're just going to keep moving on. So now that you've taken all of these guys out, you should be able to get there without being spotted. Eventually, the guy that I just said is going to wake up and we are going to eliminate him. But we are just going to head along here. We're not going to worry about the rest of these guys because they should be completely fine. They should be stunned or asleep for long enough for us to extract these children. And we are just going to make our way to the landing zone, and we just have to wait for the children to also follow us to get us to this point. You just head up here. It's just an easy way to get up to the landing zone. The helicopter is on its way. This guy is eventually going to wake up. We are just waiting for that to happen, and I was just making sure that he wasn't going to alert anyone to that happening. So once I noticed that he is getting up, so as you can see, he's starting to get up, he's stumbling around. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this kid down and equip my normal gun and just going to shoot him from a distance. And if you just get a couple of body shots in, you should be fine with taking him out, or at least injuring him enough so that he can't do anything. So what we're going to do now is pick up this kid again and get to the landing zone. And you'll have to individually place the kids into the helicopter because they can't climb in on their own, because I guess it's just too high up or whatever. And so what we're going to do is that once you've placed all the children into the helicopter, you should get the 3 mission tasks that are connected with that. So what we're going to do, first kid in, he is the one that we've been carrying. Now we just have to wait for the rest of them to get here as well. So we're just going to pick this one up as well once we are able to, and place him in the helicopter as well. That's 2 children into the helicopter. This is the 3rd one. Pick him up, place him in. There's not much else to talk about, so we're just going to place him in there and pick this one up, and we're going to place them in there. So as you can see, some of those other guards have now woken up, but it is all good because we're going to be extracting these guys very soon. So as soon as you've extracted this last one, you'll get all of those mission tasks, and you should only have the 1 mission task left, which is to get the snipers. So we just have to wait for it to finish off, for it allowed you. So we just have to wait for it. And there it is. So now we only have to get the last 2 snipers to complete the sniper mission task, and that will be all the mission tasks for this video. So the last 2 snipers are located just there and there, so we are going to head down there and get them. So once you head down here, you just want to make sure you don't get spotted by them. We're going to just run as fast as we can so that we can get there as fast as possible. The helicopter will wait for you for quite a while, so eventually we will be able to just get back there before the helicopter leaves. But if the helicopter does leave, all you need to do is call another helicopter to that same spot. I do end up equipping the cardboard box by accident. What I want is the night vision like I did before, and that is going to help us see these snipers very, very easily. So the first sniper that's really close to us is going to be facing the other way. These 2 snipers are kind of facing each other, so you have to be very careful when you take one of them out that you don't get spotted by the other. They're both just sitting at both opposite ends of this little swampy area facing each other. So what we're going to do is we're just going to mark this guy as well, and we're going to take this guy out first. So we're just going to trank him 1 to the head, and that should be all good. And as long as the other sniper is not looking directly at you, you should be able to extract this guy very easily. Now what you want to do is you just want to crawl and just make sure he is not looking at you. So as you can see, he's looking directly at me, but now that he's not looking directly at me, I can just get up for a little bit, and then you just want to make sure as soon as he starts looking directly at you again, you just want to get back down on the ground and just be very careful about it. And unfortunately, D-Dog does get in the way a little bit, so you just want to make sure that you don't just end up looking at D-Dog instead of thing. D-Dog is actually kind of annoying like that. He will make himself get into your vision. He always wants to be inside your player cam's vision, so you just want to be... It's just so annoying. It's just like, oh, D-Dog. It's kind of cool that he does it like when it's like this, so you can always see him. But then when you're lying on the ground, you're trying to look at something, he will get in your way sometimes, and it's just annoying. So now we're just going to make sure we get to this guy without being spotted. So there are a couple of little obstacles that you can actually hide behind, and he won't end up being able to spot you. So now he's not looking directly at us, we can just get up and move around. So it's pretty cool that the snipers are looking down their scopes, and so you can actually do that. And they have such a small field of vision, but they have a long range of vision. So once we've got this guy, we are going to extract him, and that is going to be all the mission tasks for this mission. And all we have to do is get out of here. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to run and get to the helicopter, and this mission is so long to do that. We got 8 out of 8 mission tasks, and it's so long to do this. We're actually going to, by the time we get to the helicopter, it is going to be daytime. As you can see, it's now at 6 o'clock. We started this mission at, I think it was 6 in the afternoon, 6 at night, and we're finishing it at 6 in the morning. So it took us 12 hours of game time to get through all of this mission, and we still will get S rank based on how I played it, and that is all I'm really going to do for this video. So I'm just going to keep talking until we hit the helicopter, and then we're going to see the scoreboard, and then that will be the entire video. So if you guys don't want to watch the rest of it, you don't have to. If you do, feel free to just keep watching. We are just going to get to the helicopter. If it has started to leave, all you want to do is just call it back, and it will just arrive back here. And then just hop in, and that is it. The mission is complete, and we have completed all mission tasks. So now the helicopter is just heading out, and we just have to wait for it to get out, and we will just show you once again where the snipers are placed, just in case you missed that bit. And then what we're going to do is we are going to just wait for the mission to completely be over. I'll also show you the mission tasks again. So as you can see, I've completed every single one of them in this playthrough. You guys don't have to do that. If you just had a few that you need to complete, feel free to just go to those using the timestamps. If you're at this point and you didn't know that, I'm so sorry. I think I did this, explain that later on, or earlier on. And there we go. We do get S rank. We get 165,000 points. That is enough to get S rank. As you can see, most of it comes from objectives and just getting through it. So that's all I'm going to do for this video. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Now it's time for me to say see you guys and girls, and hopefully you guys have been able to get the mission task, and maybe see you in the next video.